The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Welcome to episode 137 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg.
And that would make me Joe.
Joe, are you recording your end, Joe, just to confirm? Confirm your mic is recording.
Yeah.
Yes, 40, we're good, we're okay.
43 seconds. Oh, shit. I think the battery might go, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
I just have this weird feeling of just like, oh, wait a minute. I had a feeling the mic wasn't on.
No. I'm glad you checked. I mean, we've got one bar of battery, so we'll see how we do.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye. This might be a short episode, guys. How's it going?
See you next week.
Yeah, how's it? Obviously, that means we are recording over Skype this week. I know last time we were in person. This time we're back over the Skype ways. Waves?
Ways.
How is it there in Sunbury?
Yeah, it's all right, I guess. Things, yeah.
Do people refer to themselves as like Sunburnnites?
No, that would make them arseholes.
Right, okay. Yeah, okay. Right. I want to look that up, because they're Surbanites, right?
And then they would... Surbanites I didn't think was an official thing.
Yeah, I
thought it was like something made up on some sort of like group on Facebook.
Some people refer to themselves as Surbanites.
Surbanites sounds like... Kryptonite.
Transformer. It sounds like a Transformer planet or something.
It sounds... Yeah, that's where they're from.
The planet of Cybernite.
Cybernites.
Take me to Cyber Knights and Cyber Day. Now I'm saying Cyber Dog.
The Cybernites from Surbernite.
We're recording what is actually quite a sunny afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh no, what day is it today? Monday?
Monday. It's a Monday. We're well out of sync.
Midday on a Monday. Fucking, there were blue skies out there. Still a bit nippy, but suddenly it got very cold.
Yeah, it did. That happened in no time at all, didn't it?
Right, like it was like one day I was like boiling fucking hot in shorts and a t-shirt, and then literally 2 days later I'm like freezing my fucking arse off in a massive jacket and a beanie.
The return of layers, my friend.
Yeah, fuck. Jesus Christ, that was a big old fucking switch. Well, it seems to be alright at the moment.
Been ordering beanie hats ready, because apparently I've lost all mine.
Apparently, it's like someone left you a memo.
Yeah.
A memo from yourself from
By
last
the way,
winter.
You've lost 18 hats.
You wrote yourself a memo last winter and you've just found it in your drawer. By the way, Joe, you lost all your beanies. Oh, thanks, past winter, Joe.
I've got like the big green one. I just don't know where the rest are. Fuck it. I was looking at like Carhartt ones and they were like 18 quid. And I was like, well, I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah. Best looking when it's on sale.
Expensive bastards. That's what they are.
Yeah, man, we're living in an age where, we don't need fashionable luxuries. Who sees them at the moment as much?
No, that's it. I've got holes and pants
we
and
ain't
socks.
going nowhere with notes.
I've got holes with pants and socks in them. That's not right at all.
We'll start, dressing up to go to Ed's as if we're, going out for the night. Have a suit night.
Suit night. Joe, it appears you've come in a three-piece suit.
It's making the most of it,
We are literally just having beers.
Yeah, just making the most out of it, that's all. Sarah's in a ball gown.
It'll be like that episode of The Simpsons where Marge goes to prison and Homer hasn't done any of the washing, so they're just raiding the old clothes from the attic, and he turns up in turns up to prison in a devil's costume. Fucking love it.
I actually have quite a few Geezedrops because I have some people have sent us as well. Yeah.
I've got nothing.
Yeah. I've got some fucking Geezedrops, fam. So I'd say, without any further ado, let's go into hearing what you've been overhearing in Geezedropping. Geezedropping, having a listen. I think probably best to start with an audio one that Sam sent us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to hold my phone up to the microphone because I can't be asked to edit it in later.
Technology.
We all love a good morning.
Hang on a minute. I turned it off by mistake.
Oh, those
sweet, try again.
Sweet dulcet northern tones.
We love a good morning Geezedrop, and this one comes courtesy of a little obnoxious school kid that was on the train this morning who shouted out, "Fuck off, helmet head!" to a cyclist.
Helmet head. I like that. I like helmet head.
Helmet head sounds like an insult from like a superhero film. Hey,
it does. They can't swear. Yeah. Like Smallville or something. That's what they would say to a villain wearing a silly helmet on their head. Fuck you, helmet head. Well, they wouldn't say fuck you because they wouldn't start to shoot helmet head and then put fuck you in there, would they? Your time is up, helmet head. You'll never get me alive. I have poisoned the reservoir in a small town on the corner of Oderhigh. We don't care about that. Fuck you, helmet head.
We're just here to say fuck you, helmet head.
Yeah, it's a Saturday morning kids show. F you, helmet head. I have Reese sent me this one. My godson Reese.
Nice.
Sent me this Geezedrop. You stole all the jam out of my fucking donut.
How's that possible?
I don't know.
How do you How do you extract sham from a donut?
No, sham. Now that's a master villain.
Sham.
No, it's extracting. Who just goes around making your jam donuts a sham, like extracting.
This is just a regular donut. No jam in this at all.
Ha ha! You've been foiled by sham once again.
It's went Egg Benedict there, didn't
it? It always does. That's my go-to voice. It's how I hear things in my head.
It's
is
such
in
a great villain voice, though.
Voice. Man, following in with one sent to us, Fran sent us this one. She sent the next two actually.
All right.
No context. Just. I don't like your liquid, but it tastes nice.
Well, that could be anything.
That could be anything.
Could be
don't like your
bodily fluids. It could be.
I think
they could have been just in a bar, and it was a weird way of saying your beer.
That's what it is. I think it's the your liquid kind of like makes me go to bodily fluids in my head.
Yeah, 100%.
And she sent another one. I get more in my mouth than I do on my tits.
Well, that's.
That
we know, don't we? That's clearly booze. That's clearly talking about booze.
Potentially could be linked to the your liquid as well. Could have been the same conversation.
Because they could just be like they're one of those people that drink and it tips a bit too far back and it goes down like.
That's a nice way of thinking about it. Yes.
Down or come.
Yes, well, this could be, I get more in my mouth than I do on my tits, could be how the conversation starts.
If I heard that in a pub, I immediately out loud, I'd be like, "Hey!"
Yeah, of course, everyone would. Yeah, absolutely. But if someone dropped a glass and it smashed.
Yeah, it's the age-old English tradition.
Owen sent me a great one. Good old Owen Tetley sent me a Geezedrop here. Will you take me to see the penis? No, you need to take yourself to see the penis. Please! Okay, fine. No idea what's going on there.
What the fuck? Did he give any context in that one?
No. Like, that could be just... He was in a restaurant, I believe. Like, that might not have been where he heard it. Like, I imagine that could just be like some, sex-mad girl just being like, I want to have sex with you right now in the restaurant. Take me to see the penis.
Oh, because I had a completely different mind of, it was like a 4-year-old asking their dad to go to the toilet.
That was going to be my next go-to was, or, Indiana's mentions my willy. We were in Lidl's the other day and she pointed at a big corn on the cobs. And she was just like, and she literally was just like, look, Daddy, it looks like a willy. And I was like, Indiana, pissing herself laughing. It looks like a willy.
In my head, I'd be like, no, fair enough. What about that? And I'd just be like, look at that marrow. That's a bit like a cock, isn't it?
That's more like mine, isn't it? No, what, stripy? And I have a Geezedrop, which I heard over the fence from a neighbour a few houses down.
Oh, yeah?
A garden Geezedrop here, if you like. I'm not feeding the dog pasta. No more human food. He's turning his nose up at dog biscuits now.
Well, wait, they were feeding their dog pasta?
Yep, no, I'm not feeding the dog pasta. No more human food. He's turning his nose up at dog biscuits now.
Fair.
Create a monster.
You've got to be careful with dogs, man. You can't give them certain stuff.
Yeah. I know someone that used to give their dog like a curry and stuff, and eventually, after ages,
fucking mental.
Went to the vets and they were like, "Don't give your dog curry."
Yeah,
give
your dog is dying inside.
Don't give him curry.
You carry on like this, it'll be in a coma.
Oh, hey! Cue curry puns that I can't think of right now.
Curry puns is also a great band name.
It is a good band name, Curry Puns.
The Curry Puns.
It sounds like almost like a lounge kitten. The lounge kittens like three girls in sparkly dresses singing.
I don't know. I think they will appreciate that. In all honesty,
not there, but just that's what popped in my head. For kebab puns.
The Curry Puns.
Curry puns. Sorry, kebab puns. That's terrible. Curry puns is the one. I wanted to mention the legendary heavy metal night spot Crobar has announced it had to close.
Yeah, it did.
And I was like, oh, that's really got to be mentioned because that's fucking. Well, he claims at some point he's going to reopen it in whatever capacity he can in some way somewhere else. Like,
that was a small place, man. You could literally have four people in there in these times.
Yeah, absolutely. You were there. You went there. You saw. I remember you mentioning you went there with your sister a couple of years ago on the podcast. So I haven't been there in fucking years.
Me and my sister would go there if we met up for drinks in London, or we'd go to like Garlics and Shots around down the road. Right. But we did like the Crobar because it was sort of small. It was just it's a nice pub. I like it.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, I remember any time I went there, I was already smashed. It was never somewhere I met someone. It was always somewhere we went later on. Like
we used to go to the Intrepid Fox, which got moved to Centre Point, behind the Centre Point.
Yeah.
But then obviously we'd also go to the Crobar as well. It was nice.
Yeah, we went to the Intrepid Fox, didn't we, a couple of times? It is a shame. On the Instagram post saying how, announcing its closure, the picture was a grave saying Crobar Soho killed by landlords, June 2020. R.I.P. That is and they did say in their news they opened it with sadness and anger, saying that the payments during lockdown just couldn't be met without government support for the venues, which we're hearing all over.
Yeah, of course.
A sad shockwave of the after effects, and all the ongoing effects of Corona in our daily lives.
Yeah, man. And it doesn't sound like it's going to get any better anytime soon.
Ripples always get bigger.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fucked. It's absolutely fucked.
A bleak summary from me there.
Yes.
But we can move on to some more.
Thank you, Jon Snow.
We can move on to some more light-hearted news. Did you see the Alan Partridge statue?
I did, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
The brass statue that just appeared in Norwich and no one knew where it came from.
No, that's a nice little gift. I like it's sort of almost like a Banksy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was actually made by fans Nick Dutton and Gavin Flucher, but they didn't really. They set it up over a Wednesday night, and Steve Coogan, no one knew, like he didn't know it was happening.
Yeah.
At first, people thought it was like the local government being, oh, this is nice, they're spending our money really well, but no, it had to be the fans getting it done.
To be the fans. We had the same with Moses' bench, didn't we?
It's a big brass fucking statue of fucking Alan Partridge. And Alan Partridge insists he has nothing to do with it, although he just mentioned he's got his new podcast out, so people think it's a bit convenient that he's launched a new podcast and this has happened. But he says,
you think about it though, like he's had loads of like sort of coverage on like YouTube, and because I keep seeing the advert for his podcast, the Alan Partridge podcast. And he's got loads of sort of it's on YouTube. I hear like radio bits advertising it. So it seems weird that they would have spent all their money on that and then just had this random brass statue just turn up, which is just like not really in the same levels of advertisement.
So Steve Coogan said about it. He said, "I was flabbergasted, and it's cast in brass. I think, which is fantastic, and I hope it encourages people to put down their video screens and pick up brass instruments instead. I think that'd be a very good thing." I heard rumours about it, but it's surpassed my expectations. I think it's quite magnificent. Right, so he likes it. He's all going, wish you would, a big brass statue of yourself showing up in a town. You're definitely going to fucking like it. That's fucking cool, man. Maybe one day that will happen for us for reasons we're yet to discover.
We can only hope, Greg, but I feel like you and me might have to go into the brass trade for that to happen. So. Somehow, I just don't think it's going to go down unless we do it.
We do it.
And you know what? If we put that in Kingston, give it 10 minutes and we'll have cocks drawn all over our faces.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah. No, yeah. There'll probably be some horrible historic event they'll find about us and they'll get torn down at a protest.
Oh, mate, I get like
he put a condom up his nose once.
The statue will just be burned.
Just like people dressing us up, putting hats on us and fucking.
There'll be like an arrow pointing at me on your chest and it just says, "I'm with this cunt."
And then next to it, on yours, it just says, "I'm a cunt."
Yeah. I'm the cunt.
I'm the cunt with this one. Okay, so maybe we don't do a statue. Somebody who's not getting a brass statue of him anytime soon, Aarron Carter made his porn debut, playing guitar naked, showering and jerking off for a campsite.
Oh. I just caught a glimpse of my face whilst you were saying that, and it was just all smiling and just, ugh.
He's having a crazy old time, isn't he, old Aarron?
He is having a hell of a 2 years.
Every time I see a picture of him, I just always think back to that song he released, that cover of "I Got a Crush on You." Was that cover? Was that original? I just remember that.
There was Crazy Party Girl as well.
I remember that.
Which was pretty much the same tempo and song, just different lyrics. It's
I remember in the video for "I Got a Crush on You," he's like sits on the bench, and his brother from Backstreet Boys sits next to him, and he asks him advice on how to get with this girl, and he's like, "Just go be yourself, man." Like,
and I'm pretty sure the girl in it is about 20 years old, whilst he was
way older.
8.
Yeah. And now Backstreet Boy brother Nick has a restraining order against him, amongst other things.
Have you heard like any of this?
Oh yeah, he accused his dead sister of raping him or something as well.
He accused his brother Nick Carter of like molesting him when he was younger.
Right.
So that's why he's got a restraining order against him, because he's just like, I don't want you anywhere fucking near me. You're nuts.
Yeah.
He's been on I think he went on some like psychologist or like what do you call it, a therapist sort of like TV show in America, and to like talk about all his issues, and they did like a blood test on him, and they just listed off all the drugs in his system, and it was ridiculous. Like,
shit,
it was so ridiculous. But then he was just like, he's also got this like ridiculous like face tattoo.
Yeah, he's got loads of tattoos.
Takes up like half of his face.
Yeah.
And he's just really odd. He's clearly fucked. Like, he's just really sort of fucked up. But it's entertaining.
Well, thank God he's found a new role, in the porn industry.
Yeah.
So it wasn't sex. Is
a bloke wanking sexy?
Jerking off, showering and jerking off after he plays guitar naked.
I don't know if you've ever masturbated in the mirror, Greg. And seen your own face whilst you're doing it. But it's,
no, I haven't. No.
Well, I've watched you do it, and it's not pretty bad.
Oh no, not mirror, a window to your room. Yes.
Yeah.
just the mirror, just a window to your room. I'm on a fucking ladder.
Yeah.
And you were just like, Jesus, Greg, I'm trying to play FIFA. Stop wanking at my window. Stop wanking at my window, mate. I'm trying to play FIFA here.
That's all I'm doing.
Oh, sorry, Joe. I thought it was a mirror again.
It's really distracting.
It's really... These lockdown restrictions, man, they should be more extreme, that you're not allowed to wank at windows either.
I'm 3-2 down in the 88th minute, and you just come along banging your bell end against my window. Outrageous.
Time to wake up!
Yeah. There's the artwork sorted, isn't it?
I was watching Series 2 of The Boys last night. God, this show's so fucking good. And not a spoiler for those, not a plot spoiler, just there's someone they encounter, and their power is they have like a massive fucking dick. And you kind of just see it through their shorts. And then later on, one of the characters is like hiding behind a door, and this fucking dick smashes through the fucking glass, and, like, wraps around him and starts lifting him up like a tentacle. Oh man, like proper. It looks like proper full on as well. There's this big belly and just wrapped around him, throwing him around.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, it's full on.
Fair,
big old fucking dick.
Wow.
Speaking of dicks, did you hear the Vietnamese police seized more than 320,000 used condoms?
I did see this, yeah, and it's fucking disgusting. I also heard that they were washing them out and reusing them.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on there? What the fuck?
Also, why? Why are there that many condoms?
What? Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, why are they all just there? I don't know. Like, so
that is bleak.
Yeah, they had been picking up condoms that had been used by someone else and then repackaging them for resale.
Where's the mentality in that?
So the warehouse was raided and they uncovered the operation. 3,024 324,000 used condoms were seized on site, where hired workers would clean and dry them before reshaping them with a wooden dildo.
What do you mean reshaping them?
Well, I guess
they are one shape.
I know, but if it's used and he's stretching out again, I guess. Like, they could have been, who knows where they're finding them and what state they're in.
Wouldn't you have to tighten it? Because, like, once you, like, if you, like, unravel a condom, you can't just ravel it back up again, can you? Maybe that's what they were using the wooden condom for. They put it on it, and then they just sort of, like, slide it up.
They don't know, like, they were making it for an unnamed company, and it's unclear how many were sold to nearby hotels and market stalls.
That's so fucked. That's so fucked up.
You don't want to think about it, man.
Nah.
Funny. Like, everyone's going to have to get some sort of test, right? Like,
what's the one thing that you can sort of rely on? It's condoms.
I hope so, yes.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no.
Not anymore.
I worked with a woman who told me her friend worked at a popular condom factory. And he had told her,
factory.
And he had told her that occasionally he would just get a pin and they would just stab the odd condom here and there.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't trust anyone.
I mean,
anymore.
they could just give me a line. I was like fucking 16 when they told me that. But,
fucking hell.
You know, almost 20 years ago. Which
yeah,
is
but
insane.
it's the sort of thing that you sort of like. They could tell you as a joke, but haven't told you it's a joke, so you just believe it for the rest of your life.
Just scars me for the rest of my life. I don't trust condoms anymore.
I don't
don't fucking trust them. Walking around with their sneaky holes.
It's fine. I'll just pull out unprotected 5 minutes before I want to ejaculate.
On our classic Wednesday viewing recently, me and Lizzie watched Parenthood with Steve Martin and fucking...
Oh, yeah. Is that where they got like 13 kids and shit?
Well, they haven't got 13 kids, but it's about families with kids.
Yeah.
So it's like Steve Martin...
Isn't there like a lot of kids? Isn't there a film that Steve Martin's in where he's got a lot of kids?
Yeah, I think that's something else. Cheaper by the Dozen?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is an old like 80s one, man. Right, young fucking.
I bet you could just walk inside his wife after 12 fucking kids.
Young Keanu Reeves is in it. Like, it's a.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and fucking what's his name from fucking How I Shot the Kids? Rick Moranis is in it.
Yeah.
I mention it because his family's hilarious. His wife, and he's trying to raise his daughter mega intelligent, not to be like silly and plays, and they argue whether it's a good childhood for her.
And like Keanu Reeves is like in that film, and like his girlfriend's pregnant or something, isn't it?
Yeah, he's one of the family's daughter's
and he's still
boyfriend.
he's still very much like it's like Ted in a different film.
Yeah, it's definitely that era. It's probably in between Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say it because Rick Moranis he checks his wife's diaphragm by pouring water through it to make sure she's not putting holes in it, because she wants another kid and he doesn't think they should, so it might mess up their child's education and stuff. So yeah, he was pouring water through it, checks, and he catches it leaking, so he calls her out on it for making holes in it, trying to secretly get knocked up.
That is fucked up shit.
It was a good watch, man. It was really funny. It was a very funny. It was a funny film, man.
Funny film.
It was funny, man. I lolled a lot. At various points throughout the motion picture.
Excellent. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, it's good. Been watching. Yeah, I've been enjoying. We haven't done it the last couple of weeks, because last Wednesday I was at Ed's with you.
Yes.
And then the Wednesday before we've started watching that Lovecraft Country, and we wanted to carry on watching that, so we watched another episode of that instead of watching a film.
What is that about? The novelist?
Yeah, sort of. It's his world. It's all these creatures exist.
Is it HP Lovecraft?
Yeah. I was like, no, the show's HBO, but no, HP, yeah.
It is, yeah. So he's a novelist and a maker of sauces as well.
It's based on his books, all the creatures, like all the weird creatures, and everyone knows from his world, are all kind of in this series, and it's this black family living in, like, I think it's the 30s or the 40s, so there's a lot of like racism going on, a lot of that going on. But then all of a sudden the show will switch, and the main character's in the woods fighting vampire monsters, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot there was weird stuff in this show. I was so engrossed in like the actual story of them like striving to like, you know, for freedom and stuff, and just all the shit they have to put up with from fucking white people. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a really cool fucking creature they're now fighting now. Or now it's turned into Indiana Jones, and they're like in this underground tomb. Like, it's just completely flips.
Trying to find the Holy Grail.
It's good, but it very much was like that. They even had to go across like a fucking board over a big fucking canyon in a cave, like, you know, just like they have to go to get to the fucking
like he's got to find like the invisible bridge.
Yeah, man. Very, very heavy tone Indiana Jones episode that was. I enjoyed it. Watched that one last night. So I've kind of been doing that, watching that and then watching The Boys, and they're releasing The Boys weekly, so I'm kind of enjoying watching a show weekly again.
Yeah. I've really stopped just watching TV, so I just haven't watched anything at all this entire year. I mean, I watched The Last Dance, which was like the Chicago Bulls documentary. That was great. That was to the point that I started rewatching it. But yeah, like I just can't be fucking arsed, man. I just can't be arsed with television at all at the moment.
So what do you do?
Play Xbox.
Nice, it's fair enough.
Which is very much the same
thing. It seems to be fair. If I wasn't sat every evening, it sounds like with Lizzie sat there, I would be probably playing PlayStation. But, you know, obviously sit down for the evening, me and Jen's gone to bed. Right, what are we going to watch? Right,
yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's what. And at the moment, we're just bouncing kind of between those sort of two shows, and then I think Friday night dinner on Netflix.
Yeah.
Nice. They put series 2 of Ghosts out on iPlayer. That show was fucking funny, but very rare I watch a BBC comedy, but it was very funny. Just like a haunted mansion, and this people who've inherited it live there, and it's by the guys that did Horrible Histories. It's very funny.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Very silly British ghostly humour.
Of course, yes.
I would say. There was a bit more about the condom story, but we kind of moved on from it now, and I can't really be asked. We kind of summed it up. It was being repackaged and used. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's fucking awful. That. Well, I first of all, I was just like, ugh. Just because it's just like, 320,000 condoms found. And then it's just like, they're being reused. And it was like, ugh.
Yeah, then the story takes a bit of a fucking twist and a fucking turn, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit grim, in all honesty. I don't want to use a condom that's been used by another man.
So, just to go back to our jumping conversations here, like there's no for tomorrow. You were saying you're playing Xbox more than watching TV. Yeah. What, are you playing the same game, or are you...
No, I've got a bit of a rotation. Well,
have you now? Interesting.
FIFA's pretty much dead because the new one comes out in a couple of months. But I don't buy the games that come out yearly every year.
No,
because there's not enough difference. It's just it's obviously because they've got the whole Ultimate Teams thing and pack openings that get people addicted. Yeah. That's why they continue to do it without making a lot of changes.
Why is it dead though?
Because it's just the new one's coming out.
Oh, so but you can still play the old one.
Yeah, I can still play it.
Right, when you're dead, it's like they've turned it off. You're not playing this one so the new one comes out.
No, but it's like if you want to do like online stuff, no one's going to be online to play it.
Okay.
And there's like sometimes there's like challenges that you have to do online.
Right.
To play
Okay.
It. So it's okay. So that's for that reason it's dead.
Right.
But so there's that. I bought an old NBA game just because I always liked playing like the career where you create your own person and
of course
do all that shit. So I got that, and then there's Call of Duty as well.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, a little rotation going on.
Very typical games. I mean, I've still got Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, and I'll jump in and out. I had to download Fortnite for my nephew. So
you're playing that now, are you?
I played that a little bit. He's really good, and I'm just like,
Are you playing with him online?
No, I haven't yet because he does wild shit like battle royals where like it's like down to like the last person. And he's like won a couple of them in his past, and I'm just like, wow, you're like 12. Like, this is ridiculous. So yeah, just sort of things like that, really. It's never like the same game. It would probably be like, even like when I had like Red Dead Redemption and it just come out, I'd only play it for like an hour or two and then stop because you just get a bit bored.
I surprisingly got very bored in Red Dead 2. I didn't get very far in it at all. Really surprised me. I loved the first one, but I just got really bored in the second one. It just wasn't. It looked nice, but I just get to a point where I'm like, I'm just riding around now.
I think the thing about the games is, or especially like that and like Grand Theft Auto, where they've now started to make them so massive, that they have to fill all of that massive map with stuff to do. And it's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah,
it's quite overwhelming when you like go on the map and you see like 8 different things that need doing in different areas, and all you've got is a fucking horse. Like,
I've not really been playing too much. Like, I've just been kind of playing bits of games and then being like, I'm bored of this.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was going to enjoy that Greedfog game, but I got really bored very quickly because all I was doing was running around talking to people. And I was like, this is boring now. I've been doing this for like 2 hours, and this is boring as fuck. But like when the Avengers game, like the trailer came out for that last year, I was like, oh my god! And now it's here. And now I'm here. It's here. I'm like, I don't really want to play it. So
I tell you what, I saw some of the gameplay, and it obviously because of for licensing reasons, they haven't.
It's not them. Yeah.
It's not the actual it's not the actors playing it. It's just these fucking characters. But I wasn't that impressed by it.
No, nor was I. Yeah, nor was I. I was. It's weird. I was looking forward to it.
They could have made that so much fucking cooler.
Yeah, then it was here, and I was like, I don't really care. And everything I've read is just like it's very repetitive. Like, and I was like, yeah. So I haven't got that.
You know what I want for a game is it's a superhero computer game where you can create your own superhero.
Yeah, I mean, DC did an online one like that.
Yeah, but it's like
it wasn't great.
You can choose your special powers and so you could fly and be like really strong, or you could be fast and invisible or whatever.
I wanted them to make like the Batman games, the Arkham games.
Yeah.
I wanted them to make a Superman one in Metropolis where you could literally just fly right down through subway tunnels, fucking round. But if you wanted to, you could literally fly fucking out the atmosphere.
Yeah. That'd be sick. That'd be really sick.
Open one, you could just fly straight through the atmosphere out into space. And there was always rumours it was happening, but it never did. There was a Superman game for Superman Returns, I think, and it wasn't very good. The flying was okay, but it wasn't very good.
You want the element of Arkham Asylum with the element of the Amazing Spider-Man, where it's kind of sort of free roam and there's just bad shit happening. Yeah. But I think the thing about Superman is because he's so fucking super, he's not going to just deal with a mugging on the street like Spider-Man is.
I'm too busy having the time.
Whoa, I'm too high profile for that sort of thing.
Having the time.
General Zork's just turned up, so I've got to go deal with that.
General Zork. I am looking forward to Cyberpunk. I've been waiting for that game for fucking years.
My God, that's been advertised for ages.
Like 8 years, man. The first trailer came out 6, 8 years ago.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
That
looks fucking awesome. I've been waiting for that for a long, long time. But then at the same time, I'm arguing about the Star Wars Squadron game because I'm like, I do want to play a Star Wars game. I did like the flying of Battlefront 2, but this is all in the cockpit, and it's kind of like the point of view's from inside the cockpit, and I don't like that point of view.
Did you ever play?
That's the only thing holding me off.
Jedi Masters.
Oh, you've gone a bit fuzzy
where
there,
you're
Joe.
like a trainee Jedi or whatever.
Oh, Jay, you've gone a bit crazy. Can you hear me? Oh, the first Skype issues happened. Stand by.
Are we frozen? Oh, I lost connection.
Oh, we're reconnecting apparently. Okay, right, let's do another clap. 1, 2, 3. Sexual
Claps
deviance.
are rubbish today.
Yeah, well, mine too. Right, okay, let's get back into it after that Skype malfunction.
I can't remember what we were talking.
I was saying about the Cyberpunk game because Keanu Reeves is in the Keanu Reeves is in it. Well.
Yeah, that's right. Because he did the whole talk at the
reveal, didn't
game
he?
Convention, and that's where the whole meme came out. We're just like, everyone's beautiful.
Yeah. What was it? It's like you're amazing or something like that. You're
amazing.
You're amazing. Whoa! He said the words back to us. He's so amazing. But yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying I was waiting for the Star Wars Squadron game, but I was umming and ahhing about because of the point of view from the cockpit, and I think you were about to tell me something I should try and play, and then the internet went down.
Oh, that was it.
You were like, oh, you should, and then it.
No. It was. I asked if you ever played Jedi Masters or whatever it was, the one where you're like a trainee.
Oh, Jedi. Yeah, I played that.
Yeah. Okay, good.
It was good. I got it for Christmas. You don't fly a ship in it, but actually you kind of do, I guess. You're in a ship. But yeah, that actually, it was all right, that game. It was okay. It had its moments. The story was pretty good. It was good fighting, but it was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, because there was an element that drew me to the Star Wars games, which was obviously you could have a fight with a lightsaber. And I remember buying, when I had the PS2, I bought the Star Wars game.
Unleashed.
It was the game of the movie, the last one, the episode 6 or whatever it was, or 3, sorry. And but obviously it plays through the entire film, so you play the film basically, and then obviously once you get to the end of a level, it will just play the scene from the movie. So in the game, when you kill when you fucking kill Samuel L. Jackson, it'll just cut to Hayden Christian, and he's just like, what have I done? And you're just like, oh, you wet prick. And the fucking Emperor's over him, just like, yes,
this is happening. It's happening. Good. The game is being played. No, I've played quite a few Star Wars games in the past. Not too many, only really Battlefront 2 now, and that Jedi one. But I remember Unleashed I used to really like. But this one's just the flying games. It's just flying. So we'll see. You play Rebels and the Empire, and it's set just at the end of Return of the Jedi. So we'll see. It looks good. The trailer looks great, but I'm just a bit not good with first-person flying games when you like see the cockpit and stuff.
You need to. I think Ed always had it right with on Battlefield when you fly. Is you need to see the plane to be able to move it.
Yeah. That's how I need to have it. I need to be able to see the ship, but. Maybe, I'm umming and ahhing about it. We'll see. It's not a really expensive game. It's only like 30 quid, 35 quid brand new when it comes out on the 2nd of October. So
have you seen? There's a lot of popular games. I feel like like streaming, like Twitch and stuff. I feel like they've created popularity for a lot of just like really basic games.
Yeah, people love it.
So like the one that Greg had, which was
Which Greg?
Fucking no, you're Greg. Sorry, the one that Ed had.
Right. Fall Guys.
The Fall Guys. Huge on Twitch. Everyone absolutely fucking loves it. And it's a great concept. Like, I get why it's popular, because it's the whole battle royal sort of like me against everyone else sort of
and
scenario.
It definitely helped that but for people like me and Ed to play this game, that they gave it free on PlayStation as well.
Yeah, fucking
all
right.
of a sudden people were like, oh, this is that game I keep seeing.
Yeah, because it's not available on Xbox, so I tried to get it, and it wasn't on there at all. And I was just like, fuck it.
Stresses me out, that game. I tried to show Lizzie it, but it stresses me out too much.
There's another one as well, which was it's now getting popular. It's called Among Us.
Oh, I keep seeing that. Yeah.
So it's like a bunch of space, like you're a space team, and then one of the team it kills like another member, and then you have to figure out who the killer is.
Right. Okay.
It is quite fun.
Well, I saw Jason, who I used to work with. He was playing this game, man. It was fucking deep. I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed watching them play it for a bit, and he only showed us the intro to it. But you play the AI of a spaceship.
Oh.
And so you're just seeing all through the security feed cameras, and you're also like, you are the ship, like, and it's
like Holly and Red Dwarf.
Something's gone wrong. You open up with something's gone wrong, and like you're trying to keep the astronaut alive. They're locked in a room somewhere, and you're trying to like she's like, I need you to reroute the system to here, and you do that stuff, and then you get the airlock closed, and it's weird stuff like that. You're doing it, but something's happening. Occasionally you keep being hacked and being told to do things you shouldn't do. Ooh. Like, so you're trying to fight that off as well. It looked really cool, but it was a weird game, man. But that's just one of those, like, like a little software company's made. That's like, these games get big followings, like, but you wouldn't even know about them unless you went to look for them. Occasionally, some get through the line and become quite big, but there's a whole audience for those like underground games almost, and they're usually really intense. So that was crazy, man. I've never seen a game like that before. That was mental.
Yeah, because I remember like Xbox used to have like a thing that was like it was like independent developers, and they'd put out like a load of like really cheap games. Like they would just charge you like £3 to download it, and it's a basic game, but it's just really fucking fun if you're like with your mates and everything. It's just really enjoyable. But I don't think they do it as much on the older series.
What is the Among Us game? What is it?
It's so you're like a team of spacemen. It's all really sort of cartoony.
Right.
And you're a team of spacemen, and from what I can gather is that so you play it online, and one person is designated to be a murderer, and they have to murder another member of the team, and then the entire team has to figure out who the murderer is.
Right, okay.
So if you're obviously if you're the rest of the team, you're trying to figure it out. You could have seen something and said like, I saw so and so do this, and they're just like, oh well, that person's the murderer. And then if they find the murderer, he gets shot out of a garbage cannon or a garbage vent into space. But then at the same time, the murderer's there being like, well, actually, you didn't see me do that because I saw so and so do this, and it's basically trying to survive.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So I saw a video again when I was at Jason's. He showed us this video on YouTube, and at first I was like, "Oh God, what is this?" But it was actually fucking hilarious, and it was like some English like Civil War game. unline, weird looking, but you're like just in battle, the old style clothing. You're charging through a field with your musket. But these guys were playing it, and it had the audio of them talking over it while they were playing. Like, it was so fucking funny, man. It was. And stuff you could do, man. It looked like that they were sucking each other off at points. Like it was so fucking. It was really. I proper pissed myself laughing, and I was like, I'm gonna look up what that is, and then I've just forgotten all about it.
There's a bunch of people that just like, because obviously you've got the whole party chat on your Xboxes and PlayStations now. People will just record it and put it up, and it's almost like a fucking podcast. They'll have like the footage from their point of view of playing the game and stuff.
Yeah, that's what this was. Yeah.
And there's I found like a bunch of Scottish guys just playing Call of Duty, and it's just the funniest fucking shit.
Yeah, it is funny, man.
Like they're like their insults are just so fucking different. And it's brilliant. Like it's not even just like swearing at each other or calling each other like cunts or whatever. It's just it's a
bit more creativity to it.
So it's so much more creativity to it.
Yeah, they're actually putting on a bit of a show because they know what they're going to put on the internet.
That's it. Yeah.
So if I can shape it up a bit more. Speaking of things being put on the internet, we've finished part 1 of Ritz and Dick, the Mosaic.
We have indeed.
Radio play, a big final installment. Was meant to be one part, but because of just longness and COVID, we split it into two.
It's a lengthy adventure.
Yeah, I mean, it's still half hour. It's still like
the first half,
Yeah. The part 1 we're putting out, and I think you found a good end for it. But yeah, we've finished our last sort of scenes. I've finished it, edited it, and it sounds pretty good. I've let people have a couple of test listens. They've gone down well.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone kind of so it sounds like we're ready to proceeding at the second one. In fact, after this podcast, I'm going to record the Artisan Crisp line. Remember you did that scene with Ed, and you were just standing in for Artisan Crisp.
Oh yeah.
So it's you kind of reading out, being like, I'm fucking uploads. Like, so I'm going to go back and then record my bits in there. But we are going to release next week. So when this podcast comes out, it'll be in between next episode. So next week we're going to release part 1 of the Mosaic.
Yes.
Fucking boom. Joe did fucking awesome artwork for it, which you've probably seen with our faces in Mosaic.
Took me 5 hours.
It's good, man. It looks great. A lot of compliments on that artwork.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I wasn't expecting it, really. It didn't seem like a crazy big deal, but everyone was just like, wow. And then you were just like, I want to count all the bits.
Yeah, no, I've not done it yet. I started and stopped. It's stressing me out. But the thought I haven't done it yet is still stressing me out. But I would never trust my final number if I counted all the Mosaic bits on there. I wouldn't trust it would be correct.
Also, I wouldn't be able to give you a definite.
Something to work on.
Greg, unfortunately, I didn't count whilst I was doing it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get it
because I'm not mental.
It was good though. Just doing it it's all it was very relaxing.
Yeah, nice. I thought it would be because you didn't look like. I had a closer look at all the little Mosaic bits you put in there, and it doesn't look like at any point you'd made a fuck up.
Nope.
Like I was like,
because there was room not to. So I could have done one thing and been like, oh, that's a bit big, and it's like, oh well, I'll just like that bit
close it off there. Yeah.
Close it off. That's it.
Yeah. It looked fucking great.
It's a Mosaic, Greg. I don't think there's such a thing as a mistake.
Yeah, perfect. Good way to say it. Actually, that's very well put. That'll be the tagline for the radio play. But yeah, it's finished. Part 1 of part 3 is finished, and it's going to be out fucking next week, and we'll probably have an episode.
Part 3.
Well, it's the third radio play.
Right, I thought there was like 3 parts to the last one, and I was like, what are you taking a piss?
No.
Is this like the ending of The Matrix, where they just...
So we had Ritz and Dick, Rise of the Moonwalkers, Ritz and Dick, The Time Vagina, Ritz and Dick, The Mosaic, Part 1, and then Ritz and Dick, The Mosaic, Part 2, possibly : something to do with Time Vagina again. : That's that great line in Mighty Boosh when Harold Moon's just saying how he wants to be an explorer. I mean, it's just like, what? And he's like, can you see my name on the front pages now? Howard Moon, : explorer. This is just like, : explorer.
Oh, man.
But yeah, coming out next week, I'm excited to release it and get the next one wrapped up.
Yeah.
Hence, I'm going to record a couple of bits that I have.
That artwork's done ready as well.
Artwork's already done for the next one.
A little collaboration piece.
Yes, a little collaboration piece for the next artwork. Yes, a little stab of what Time Vagina could possibly look like. Sally
Greg's
Dinners.
going to take my only fucking job on this podcast.
And that was just a rough sketch. I was going to redraw it, but then I couldn't be asked.
If you put me on furlough for this podcast, I'd be very fucking annoyed, Greg.
It's just me on my own for a while.
Yeah.
Reacting
you
to
just
old
take like
clips of
sound
you.
bites from previous episodes.
Yeah, just like sound bite. I have like a soundboard.
What do you
of things
think,
you've
Greg?
said before.
What do you think, Joe?
Yes. Oh fuck! It's the wrong one. No.
What do you think, Joe?
One.
Cunt.
Joseph of Jacksonville. Very. Oh god.
What you like the episode where they of South Park where they killed off Chef, and by that point Isaac Hayes had already left the company.
Yeah.
So they just used like sound bites from previous episodes.
Yes, they did. They were really open about it, weren't they?
So fucking obvious. But then again, as well, it was all because like Chef had been replaced with like a fucking robot or something. So it's just him just going like, "Hello, children."
Yeah. He said it was all a bit too much, wasn't he? And obviously, he obviously was a Scientologist when they did the Scientology episode as well.
he didn't like the Scientology episode. He also, I think, he had general just sort of concerns with the sort of way they were going, and some of the jokes that they were making. But it's fucking South Park, man. They got an hour long. They got an hour-long special coming.
Yeah, for the coronavirus.
Yeah,
I mean that'll be out by the time this comes out. But yeah, that's end of the month. There's the coronavirus hour-long special they've got coming out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be pretty full on. Oh, yeah, that is going to be funny, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that. They brought Chef back, didn't they, at some point? I remember there was a whole thing. Chef's back.
No, I think that's the episode where they're like, Chef's back was the whole one where he's like a robot or something.
Right, okay.
I think.
Okay, I understand. I mean, you can't keep up now. It's been around for so many fucking years. There's so many fucking series of it.
I love that it's still going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that the way it's created that keeps them sort of relevant to the time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Gives them so much fucking room to work with. It's great.
Yeah, and also tight deadlines to get to.
Tight deadlines. They've only missed one. They've only ever missed one.
Yeah, didn't they miss another one not too long ago?
I don't know if that was because of the writers. Was it writers?
Maybe. Because I remember there's that little documentary we watched about it.
Yeah,
wasn't there? About how they do it and like
the whole process.
It showed how they did an episode, and he actually didn't like the one they put out, did he? Like he was really pissed off. He didn't actually like the one they put out. It was the one with the Apple terms and conditions.
Oh
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the human centipede. It was like, it was that episode.
Shall I eat the cuttlefish and the asparagus?
Well, it's an incredibly racist accent you have there.
Thank you very much. I've been working on it.
What are you going to be doing for your day? Are you going to get out for a walk?
I will later. My daily walk. I've started yesterday. I was on a website looking at samples, and I found a really good
of what? Of music samples.
For like music samples, yeah, or
just
like
samples.
It's the website Ed uses, Looperman.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm trying to not make this sound like an advert because we're not being paid for it. It's called looperman.com, where you could basically just go and it's people just upload kind of sort of like music they've created with instruments, and you can then download it and use it and share it with them and stuff. But I found like a really good like drum and bass sort of sample.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to try and make a drum and bass track.
Wow, awesome.
So that could be interesting. I don't know how.
You usually find that they're more fun and easier to make as well, because you can just like be faster.
Well, yeah, it's a faster rate. I'm building. Yeah. I found a really good guy on YouTube that does lots of tutorials about things like, because there's certain things that I wanted to do, like have like a fade in instruments. So instead of just hearing it
boom, come in.
I want it to like sort of build up, but like from muffled to like clear.
Oh, okay.
So I found
almost like you're hearing it in another room. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. I'll record on the Zoom mic, which is still running. Running.
Yes. We're living on a knife's edge.
We are living on a prayer right now, I think is the correct term. So yeah, a bit of music making.
Yeah, nice.
Still unemployed.
Yes. Yeah, I think I had my last payment from the job centre last week.
I got mine. I'm not going to get into that. It's financial. I'll tell you after we've stopped recording.
Okay. Job centre strives, but yeah, I'm all fair. That's done and dusted now, which is that's right. I managed to get some stuff out of them, so that was good.
Yeah, well done, man. Well done.
It was a long old fun process of being on hold a lot, but got there. Got through.
That's the thing. They never contacted me.
That's nuts.
They never had a no phone call, no nothing from them. Never.
Joe Jackson sounds like a trustworthy name.
I got a text message that said, "You will receive job seekers. Do not contact us. We'll contact you." It was like I failed an interview, but I'm still getting paid.
That's like some old noir detective. Meet me under the bridge. Don't contact us. We'll contact you.
Yeah.
I will pay you this amount of money to get the job done.
Well, I didn't get the job. Well, here's still some money anyway.
Here's some money anyway. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing the game of life.
The game of life.
The game of life is exactly what it fucking is. I just read before we started recording that they'd reversed the 10 o'clock curfew for pubs.
Oh, had they?
I don't know if that's confirmed, but that's what I swear I saw that just bore.
I'd seen a lot of videos, and I really try to take everything that I see on Instagram with a pinch of salt. But I saw it was a lot of stuff like, the pubs have kicked out, and now everyone's going for the tubes at 10 o'clock in the evening, and it's just like, I think they're reviewing it because they think it's doing more harm than good. I think what they just
Parliament bars in yes, I think they're reviewing.
They need to do it, and everyone will fucking hate it, but they just need to fucking shut down for a month. Just shut everything for a fucking month. 1 month, no, just fucking. Proper, to have a proper fucking shutdown.
Dreaming of a Zoom Christmas, just like the ones I've never had.
Should we podcast on Christmas Day this year, Greg?
There'll be buffering, freezing,
internet connection failing
on a Zoom Christmas Day. If that happens, that'd be a busy day. It would be a busy day for Zoom anyway, because a lot of people are already in, probably in isolation anyway.
Yeah, I think I think everything just needs to be shut for a month, man. Just shut everything fucking down, and it's. I know that's a concern for the economy and so forth.
That's what I mean. That's what I was going to say.
But fucking hell, man! It's just it's not gonna go away if we continue doing what they've been doing. It's bollocks.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It is a bollocks. It is a tough one.
Wear your fucking mask and everything, but oh fuck! Did you see that fucking protest? They had an anti-mask protest in Trafalgar Square.
Apparently, Right Said Fred were there.
What?
I just saw a headline being like, Right Said Fred criticised for attending anti-mask rally, and they had a quote from them being like, "There was a really cool vibe atmosphere."
That's weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Maybe they just saw all the bald heads and were just like,
too sexy for my mask. Too sexy for my mask. So sexy, coronavirus.
Greg, you had a great setup for an ass rhyme there as well.
I know. I backed off.
I backed off
in my ass. And didn't rhyme it at all. I backed off from saying it. I always go to ass too quickly, so I backed off on the ass. I stepped away and let it have its day.
Stepped away from the ass.
Speaking of just
ass,
lockdown and life in general, I went to a restaurant the other night for the first time in
illegal
restaurant. Well, no, it was open. I didn't break in. In fact, we went on Saturday night and it only reopened Wednesday.
Really?
So it only actually just reopened.
To be fair,
it was fine actually. It was I can't remember what it's called, but Belushi or I don't know. It's in Walton.
Oh, Belushi.
Yeah, something not Belushi's. No, similar. It's like Belushi's is that bar,
James Belushi, Jim Belushi.
Yeah. That's that bar, Belushi's, isn't it? I actually have a link to it, actually, because we went with our friends Adam and Steph for Lizzie's birthday. And they booked it, and they sent us a link to the... So here we go. Oh, God, I can't even say it. Buenestos Argentinian Steakhouse.
Oh, really?
You recognise this place from Walton? It is next to,
no.
coffee shops and stuff. It's not far from where I used to meet you after when you worked there. Not at that bar.
What, at the station?
No, when you worked at H&M.
Oh, fair.
It's just literally round the corner from there. But we went there, Argentine steaks, and it was all right. It was fine. Everyone had the masks on. Obviously, you don't when you sit at your table, but you do to go to the toilet or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear what they're saying, but that's fine. I ordered a beer straight away. I was like, can I get a beer? And he was like, yes. Which one? I was like, oh, this bottle. And he was like, okay. And he turned, but then went through the whole process and without leaving went, actually, we've sold out of this beer, but we have another Argentinian beer for you. Very nice Argentinian beer. And I was like, yeah, look, yes,
no, don't
cool,
sell
man.
it, mate. I don't give a shit.
And he brought it over, and I was like, it's a Strella. Brought me over a bottle of it. I was like,
mate, you got done.
This is a Strella. Like, it even says it on the front, Estrella. Like,
you got done the fuck over.
Okay, so I just drank it. I'm starting to doubt the authenticity of this place. But we had our steaks and we got a bottle of wine to share. So we had some red wine and we had the steak. It was nice. I hadn't had steak in fucking ages.
Yeah, I ain't had a steak in a while.
It was nice. It was all right. It was a nice steak. They had this cool like salt with it, like Malbec salt that you like when you cut into your steak, you like pick it up and like crumble it in. It was very nice.
Ah.
And I had blue cheese sauce with it and my skinny fries.
Bit of blue cheese, mate.
Yeah, skinny fries.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was nice. It was all right going out. We Ubered there and back. Very new age.
Very good. What a
Lizzie
time
got the
to
old
be alive.
Yeah, it was good. It's this. It was like go out, have dinner, and then like 20 minutes later, after leaving the restaurant, I'm at home in bed. Perfect.
Lovely. Dosh.
Fucking bish bad done. But no, it was interesting going out. It was okay. It was like everyone was distanced and seemed to be having a nice time, and it was nice to just go out for a restaurant and have something to eat.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, it's a bit of normality, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. And we for Lizzie's birthday, the day before, or a couple of days before, we went to Lizzie's parents and we ordered pizzas from Mickey Manzano's, the pizza place. And I was a bit nervous, being like, "Oh, Lizzie's parents probably won't like it," like blah blah. But they loved it. It was really well.
A good consensus.
Yeah, loved it.
Good
they were happy birthday in Lizzie's lid.
Lovely.
They sent us a couple of drinks and some other desserts as well, which was nice of them. And yeah, I went for the meat feast, which isn't called meat feast; it's called something else. But it's nice. It's not overwhelming.
Do you ever get the feeling that you might be the only one ordering from them?
No, no, not at all. Ben McLean from the old Serban group was messaging me actually, saying, "Oh, I love that you're using these guys. We do it once a week." Like,
fair.
That's the only reason I'm using them. I kept seeing people on social media saying how good they were.
I made pizzas.
Oh,
you
made a pie.
I did. I made a pie.
Joe made a pie. Did you rest it upon the windowsill to cool?
No, we consumed it like fat bastards.
Right. Okay. Nice.
It was my mum's got this book, and it's like.
I turned it into a pie.
It's like five. It's like make a meal with 5 ingredients, and that's it.
Oh, it's like a Jamie Oliver one or something.
Yeah.
So I've heard of book. He has a show, I think, like the book's based on.
Yeah, I think that's right. But it was it was good, man. It was like a chicken and mushroom pie. It was pretty damn decent. It was.
Well, there's 2 ingredients right there.
Oh, that was it. The other one was pastry.
Right. Okay.
And some thyme and.
How long did it take you to make the pie?
Oh man, nothing at all.
Wow.
I literally had to just cook like the onions and chicken, and then like slightly cook the mushrooms so they shrivel a bit, and then pour it all together. Chuck in a bit of stock and some red wine just for fun. Just,
right, okay.
Sounds
like a lot of ingredients.
Chuck the pastry on top, and Bob's your uncle. Done.
Oh, nice, good, nice. I'm glad it went down. I'm glad it was
really nice.
Oh, I've not had a pie in ages.
Nah, man.
I might talk to Lizzie about getting a pie.
I'll do you a pie.
She did the shop recently as well. I should, if I had known, I'd be like, get some pie. Well, they're saying it's sometimes with store-bought pies, like frozen pies. Sometimes it can be a bit hit and miss. Sometimes you cut into it, and there's just not enough in there. Sometimes
it's not. No, it's not good. Well, I'm telling you, fish and chip shop, Pucker pies.
Yeah, I know those
Pucker
are good.
Pies
are
well good.
Yeah, I do miss an antelope pie. Not antelope as in like, the gracious animal. I mean the pub, the Antelope, did really good pies.
Yeah, that's a fancy fucking pie. An antelope pie.
Antelope and game pie. I used to love those pies, man. Fucking going down. You know what? Even though we're kind of like, hanging out and stuff and like saying how, we have been to like the Wagon and Horses and stuff. And even though we'd kind of not been going to Antelope as much before lockdown anyway, because whenever we met before Ed, it was always heaving. There is still that element I miss of like going down there and it's quiet, like during the day or early evening, and just sitting outside in that garden and having a pie.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'd a good time there if you want to get their space where it's quiet and stuff. Early Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Or like early Saturday afternoon. No one's fucking around up there. Like
there was that. Do you remember that day? If you met us in the evening when me and Ed were off and we just went drinking during the day, me and Ed.
Did I meet you there?
You met us at the Cox later on that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'd had like cocktails and stuff during the day.
Yeah, and we two were in a right state.
When we started at Antelope, and we had a burger there, and literally it was only us, and we're just in the garden. And it was a really sunny day, and it was like I just remember being like, oh, this is a nice, calming, relaxing moment. So it was like the first day of like a week off work I had, I think. And just being in the quiet Antelope, having one of their burgers and just being like, this is awesome. This is it. And I kind of miss those moments in pubs like that. Just rocking up and it being dead and sitting out and just not having to worry about stuff, you know?
Well, I mean, I can assure you most of the pubs are dead at the moment.
Those are good times. Like,
yeah, man, we'll get it. We'll get it back at some point. Probably fucking... Well,
but at the same time, I also quite liked our park spot during like when you're allowed to go out during lockdown. I quite enjoyed the park spot. We always went to every time if I met Ed there or I was there first, I'd always be like, please no one be sat there. And no, every time it was clear. It was like our table in the pub was this bit in the park next to a bush that was perfect for taking wheeze in.
It was the back of the park, but it wasn't like. Not like back of the school bus, but like it was the back of the park. It was a park,
not a bus.
Where people, like, if they're walking their dogs, they're not really going to go that way because there's not really a route round. It's just like a cut off bit of the park.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
And it's going. You had a bush either side of it. We were like closed off a bit from the rest of the park as well.
Yeah.
Occasionally you get parents walk around with their kids, but we were
big
sat
old
there
bush at the front.
beer.
They're sort of like cut off, but there was like entrance like at the side.
No, I liked it. Yeah, I also liked doing that as well. That was, when the weather was permitting. That probably won't be the case soon.
See you there in an hour, Greg?
Yeah. Yeah, soon we'll be sat there in freezing cold, just like, oh, it's nice to be out, isn't it? In the fucking sleet. Fucking, it's nice to be out.
We're glad of it.
Oh, I'm having a great time to be out. I'm really feeling the benefit of coming out and getting a beer.
I'm going to die.
Yes, I'm going to go home now. This was great fun. Goodbye. Well, that was obviously when the first time I met you guys, when I had that fucking horrendous near piss walk home and like just pissed all over the front of my shorts.
Oh yeah.
Luckily it was sunny and they were dry. They were dry before I got like 2 feet from where it happened.
Khaki shorts, man.
I know. Sometimes they look nice, but it does come at a cost especially if you're drinking when you need a wee.
Oh, it's a dangerous game.
It is a dangerous game. You need to have a piss. You got to be careful with light shorts. You don't want to get fucking caught, especially like walking out of a pub and they're walking out the toilets and you look down and you're like, fuck, I've got to hide it before I get to the table. Fuck, or you spilt a drink over your crotch. That's the worst. At least
I'd rather spill a drink on myself than
I'd rather that be the case, but people don't know that when you pass them.
Of course I'd rather that be the case.
Yeah, people don't know that when you pass them. They're not going to be like, oh, look, he's obviously had a drink accident. Unless they've seen, oh, he's pissed himself.
Yeah, if I see someone with a wet spot, that's it. Piss themselves.
Like, when I saw that really drunk guy in fucking Hearts Boatyard piss himself during the World Cup, and his mates just walked him to the toilets and brought him back and they'd put his shorts on the other way. So the wet patch was still all over his arse.
It's fucking hideous, man.
Yeah, he was a mess, man. He was a fucking mess. They needed to take that man home. Yeah. He was a mess.
No,
he smashed
fine.
a pint everywhere. Is he? Smashed a pint everywhere. Couldn't fucking stand. Oh my god, they kept buying him more. Everyone was watching, being like, you gotta get him out of here.
They're not your friends.
Yeah, I mean, that woman walked in holding a baby and slipped on the broken glass. Luckily she didn't fall over. She steadied herself, but that could have been...
shit.
That would have been horrendous for that pub if that had happened.
Oh, yeah, fucking right.
If that had gone down. I probably dodge bullets all the time in the pub industry. I would say it kind of brings us more to the end of the episode because I'm worried your mic's going to run out of battery.
Yeah, me too, in all honesty, but I think we've got a good hour.
Yeah, we have got an hour. Yeah.
We secured a good hour's worth of...
Yeah. We as always, we kind of burned through our news like it was a chore and then just started talking shit.
Yeah, that's how most talk shows go these days, isn't it?
Talk shows usually have some sort of guest. Oh, we've got Jeff on the line. That's a great. We'll probably do it quite easy now. It's probably easy actually to do Tom and Ant on the podcast now from anywhere. But so just got meet up on fucking Zoom or Skype and fucking way more easier.
And then all you got to do is just record the conversation on the actual.
Yeah. There you go. Easy peasy.
Done.
What an age we live in. What an age we fucking live in.
I did recently though, whilst I was finishing off the artwork for the Mosaic, I did go back into our best of Volume 2.
Oh yeah,
and was reminded of so many wonderful moments from our previous. Just like there was, like when Gaz and Sam did our version of the show from Open All Powers, and we did Open All Powers.
Yeah, it was funny.
I still can't believe we actually did that because I have no information.
Well, we just made it our own, didn't we? It was funny.
Yeah, it was good. I mean,
I reviewed Short Circuit too.
I don't take much serious, so
yeah, there you go. So it all worked out okay doing that.
Yeah. And then also just like, just all the people that were on and have been on. Just take this moment to say, I hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, a good bunch of mates we had on there. And Harry, someone mentioned Harry to me the other day, actually. Somebody that had been listening to it, and someone mentioned how funny Harry had been on the podcast. I don't know who it was. Didn't you say someone?
No, yeah, it was my mate Wayne. He said he said Harry's a real character.
Yeah, fucking A.
And oh boy, is he.
Oh boy, is Harry a fucking real character. He exists. He's funny. So I say it wraps us up. Joe can get to his walking music making, and I can...
Not at the same time.
And I can sit here. Yeah, it's at the same time. I always remember being a kid at Chesnwood Adventures, seeing this guy dressed up as a nun riding around on an organ playing it. That's what I imagine. But you're not dressed as a nun. Just got a laptop on a mobility scooter.
Oh, God. That is it. That's exactly it. I'm getting my costume today. It's the season. It's nearly Halloween.
It's the season. It is nearly Halloween. So I have been Greg. I'm not giving the dog pasta, Armstrong.
And I'm Joe. I am giving the dog pasta, Jackson.
He's turning up his nose at dog biscuits now.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @Podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.